You are watching Access LaPorte County, Channel 97. Coming up next is the March 4th meeting of the Michigan City Common Council Finance Committee. You can find more information for this meeting by visiting www.accesslaportecounty.org.
Good evening and welcome to the Michigan City Finance Committee meeting. Today it is March 4th, 2025. The time now is 6:03 p.m. We will start with roll call. Dr. Cora.
Present.
Mr. Beardry.
Present.
Tracy Tillman, present. We have a quorum. Moving forward, we will start with the Michigan City Riverboat and Buoy Claims docket for March 4th, 2025. Riverboat Fund 2235, $171,679.89. Riverboat EFT Fund 2235, $0. Boyd Development Fund 2504, $0. Those total claims are for the Indiana Department of Transportation regarding the DES and purchase orders for the CCMG repayment 2023-2. And again, the claims balance is for a total amount of $171,679.89. I would like to entertain a motion.
So moved.
Have a motion by Dr. Cora, a second by Mr. Beardry. All those in favor by saying aye.
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 Anyone opposed? There are none. Motion carries approving the claims. Also, the City of Michigan City 2025 Riverboat Fund Statement of Cash Position. Fund 2235 Riverboat Fund. Ending balance $474,845.68. Fund type 2236 Rainy Day Fund. Ending balance $1,848,763.71 with a grand total for the fiscal year to date, March 31st, 2025, $2,323,609.39. At this time, are there any comments from the public? Any comments from the public? Are there any comments from the public? We have none, and there are none online. Are there any comments by the committee? Dr. Cora?
Yeah, I have a question for the controller. I was the claims that we just approved for the Indiana Department of Transportation. Are these the matching amount of money that we have to pay Indiana Department of Transportation? Because there are some of these grants we have to come up with X number, like 20%. Is this what this money is?
No, actually, back in whenever we do the community crossings, we come up with the approved streets. It's submitted to INDOT. It's submitted to and they give us the money up front, okay. The half. Okay, once the project, and this is what transpired. Once the project is completed, all bills are in. It goes through our engineer. He closes out the grant because what the project ended up costing was less than the original listing and what was approved for the dollar amount. We owed INDOT back the money. They gave us too much money. So we had to pay it back to them once 2023.2 was all closed out. That's done, completed, all bills were paid. And it all happens because this is not a reimbursable grant. This is a grant that when we submit the initial paperwork based on all estimates, based on what we think the project's going to be, they go ahead and they approve it and they send us the money. Then once it's done, it comes up less than what was originally put out, we have to pay the money back. So we're just paying money back to money that we received to begin with.
Okay. Thank you for that explanation.
Yep.
And the community crossing grants, the match is now 50-50? Is it 50?
Yes, correct. And sometimes it's been $1 million, and then it's gone up higher. So this is all with the community crossings. But this is 2023.2 that was closed out, and that's why we owe back the money, because they gave us the money up front.
Got it. Thank you
Make
very
sense?
much.
Are there any other comments by the Finance Committee? I have one that I just wanted to reiterate in regards to being this is the City Finance Committee, and to be clear in regards to the transparency which we have all honor and have stood by. And the information that I'm just going to go over again has been shared through many workshops with the administrator of the city, with city council, and has opened door and to the public. And what this is the model annual spending plan. And I just want to read through this. In regards to the annual spending plan of the Michigan City Redevelopment Commission for the calendar year of 2025. Spending plan for 2025 in regards to debt payment, special tax district refunding bond series 2015, $331,987. Lease rental revenue bonds of 2018 Ohio Street project, $1,133. Lease rental revenue bonds of 2019 double track project, $712,500. Lease rental revenue refunding bonds of 2019 Lafayette Barker project, $756,000. Lease rental revenue refunding bonds of 2021 Elston Grove Historic District reconstruction projects, $493,000. Taxable Special Tax District refunding bonds series 2021 Wabash Streetscape project, $93,792. Taxable Economic Development Lease Rental Revenue Bonds, Series 2023 Mixed Use Transit Projects, $1,109,500. Redevelopment District Tax Increments Revenue Bonds, Series 2024 Residential Infrastructure Fund Loan, anticipated to close in December of 2024, $200,000 estimated maximum July 2025 payment. Total debt payment, $4,829,779. Payments to eligible entities for educational and training programs, for example, schools, corporations, pursuant to Indiana Code 36-7-25-7, $400,000. Capital expenditures contemplated for the economic development plans or redevelopment plans as amended, $1,500,000. Grants and contributions. Contributions to local economic development organizations and similar organizations, $0. Contributions to the local nonprofit organizations, $0. Grants or loans to enable eligible low-income individuals and families to purchase or lease residential units in a multiple-unit residential structure pursuant to Indiana Code 36-7-14-12.2A 24. $0. Grants or loans to provide financial assistance to neighborhood development corporations pursuant to Indiana Code 36-7-14-12.2 A25, to permit them to A, provide financial assistance for the purpose described in paragraph D4 above, or B, construct, rehabilitate, or repair commercial property. Other legal permitted grants or loans, $500,000. Professional expenses, legal, accounting, projects, supervisions, expenses, and others, $350,000. Expenditures related to capital and operating expenses for police or fire services, including such things as salaries and benefits and acquisitions of public safety vehicles and equipment, $750,000. Payment of operating expenses, including employee expenses, appropriations, general payable from non-TIF sources only. Expenditures related to military bases. Payment related to eligible efficiency programs. Permissible reimbursement for employees' training expenses of industrial facilities. Permissible reimbursements of the city. Expenditures from the proceeds of bonds, including expenditures for residential housing development programs, lease financing, or tax anticipation warrants. $10,600,000 includes expenditures of remaining $6 million 2023 station block proceeds and anticipated $4.6 million proceeds from the RIF loan expected to close date December 2024. Expenditures from property tax levy and expenditures from the state or federal grants or loans, foundation grants or loans, or funds provided to redevelopment commission by other political subdivisions. And again, in regards to the city finances and the expenses regarding to the redevelopment, we have to keep in mind that our engineering, that is an expense. It has been very expensive to make sure that everything is done decently and in order in regards to the development of all the development that's taking place here in the city of Michigan City. But you also got to keep in mind too that we also, or the administrator also had to reorganize, and because of the matters with the sanitary department or the refuse department, those things are costly. But keep in mind though, those are expenses. Some are matching grants, some are costs that we had to pay through the city finances, but those were things that were needs. They were not wants, and those are expenses that we needed in order to move forward for the development and for the betterment of the city of Michigan City. And again, this information is and always have been public record. You can always contact your local controller's office to obtain this information. And again, myself and the City Finance Committee, Dr. Cora and Mr. Beatrice, we're all transparent in regards to boards or commissions that we may sit on. Anything that is pertaining to finances, if we are voting members and we have executive sessions, let me make this clear. Executive sessions are private. It is not privy to the public by any means. So if information that you may feel needs to be disclosed, that is a matter of opinion. But if it's conversations from executive sessions, we cannot disclose any financial information. And any information that do need to be shared to the public, then that information will be addressed at open meetings under the open door. So with that being said, if there is not, yes, Mr. Beatrice.
Mary Lynn, at the end of this month, we'll have completed the first quarter of the year. And on the 18th, at our next meeting, I wonder if you could just give us I don't want you to do a big report for us, but I just want to know your opinion on, we're in line with what we intended to be. We're right where we should be for a quarter of the way through the year. Take a look at maybe the investment income, from some of the income that we have on some of these accounts. And we're about where we normally are on investment income. Interest income. Okay. That interest income, I assuming, goes to the general fund. It's unrestricted.
Yes, most of it depends on our larger bank account. Yes, that's staying in the general fund. But we do have some other bank accounts that's why they have separate bank accounts. Like redevelopment operating has their own bank account, so their interest stays in that fund.
Okay.
Boyd development, that interest stays in that. That's exactly why we have some other small sanitary districts. They all have their own bank accounts, so that interest. But yes, most of the interest is in our main bank account, which then goes into the general fund.
Yeah, if it's restricted, then I'm not as interested in it as I am the unrestricted.
Correct, which would be general.
But just kind of give us we're where we ought to be, nothing to be worried about, nothing to be concerned about, and then we have to keep an eye on.
Sounds good. Okay.
Don't do a whole lot of extra work, just a general yay.
Okay. Okay. I'll put that together next council meeting. Okay.
Thank you.
May I entertain a motion to adjourn?
So
Thank
Support.
you. Meeting adjourned. Time now is 6:17 p.m. Have a good evening.